Let's get it.
Okay, so before I go into my tips and tricks, I wanted to share why people more than likely would want a job at a university in Korea. For one, the pay is more than Hagwons. Usually it's more than Hagwons, and usually it's more than Epic. So number one is the pay, which is for obvious reasons. Number two is 12 weeks vacation. 12 weeks vacation throughout the year. So that is definitely one of the top reasons why I wanted a position at a Korean university, is because I had the time to still pursue my other passion, which is traveling. So the third reason, and if you see me looking down, it's just because I have my notes and I want to make sure that I cover everything. The third reason is that there isn't any desk warming, not that I know of. I know some friends that are working in other universities and they don't have desk warming. And if those of you who don't know what desk warming is, it's basically where you're required to stay at a school or at your job even when you're not doing anything, when you're not working, when you don't have any classes. So I do have office hours, but I'm usually prepping. It's not like everyone else at the school is gone and I'm there. No, I have the same work schedule as everyone working there, whether they're Korean or foreigner. So that's one thing I enjoy. And another reason, and this is personal, is because I feel like I have more autonomy over my classes. Like, my classes are more flexible. There aren't any co-teachers, it's just me. And so because of that, I feel like I have more flexibility in my classes, which I personally just love. So those are my top reasons why I think people like universities or would want to pursue a university position in Korea. Now, let's dive into the tips and tricks on how to snag a university position in Korea. So, number one is credentials. In most cases, universities require that you have a master's degree and 2 years of experience. Now, there are outliers, so you shouldn't not apply because you don't meet those qualifications, because personally, I didn't either. I didn't have any experience teaching adults. However, I did have a master's degree and I do have my teaching license from the States, and I do have about 6 years of experience teaching. So because I had those things, it replaced the 2 years of university experience. But that shouldn't deter you from applying, even if you don't have those qualifications. Still apply, okay? Like, you never know. Number two is network. So let everybody and anybody know that you're interested, whether that be your friend, whether that be somebody you know that works at a university. Just, I would say, put a bug in someone's ear and let them know that you're interested, because if a position happens to open up, then they can recommend you, or they can let you know in advance before it goes public. Just let people know, like, network, go to conferences, exchange information, be a part of Facebook groups. I'm going to put a link of the Facebook group I was a part of, or I'm still a part of, and just send cover letters out, apply. Even when you're denied, apply and network and let people know. That's the first step. Oh, well, one of the first steps. It's actually step number 2. But number 3, be flexible. So I know in most cases, everybody and a mama wants a job in Seoul, or they want a job in Busan or the bigger cities. But because there's so much competition in those big cities, you're less likely going to, be able to get a job unless you're just totally on point. But even if you're totally on point, you still might be able to get a job. So my suggestion is to branch out to those smaller cities outside of Seoul, outside of Busan. My suggestion is even go to the countryside for a year or 2. That way you build your resume so that you can get into those bigger cities. For me, even coming into Korea, I was placed in a smaller town, which being from New York, I thought I was going to hate, but I absolutely loved it. It was a blessing in disguise. And because there wasn't so much competition, I was able to develop and progress and be promoted in a faster rate rather than had I been living in a bigger city like Seoul or Busan or Daegu or whatever. So be flexible with your location. Right now, I'm about maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours outside. No, not even 2 hours. An hour and a half outside of Seoul, and there's nothing I feel like I want or need where I have to run to Seoul every weekend. Like, so just be flexible with your location. So number 4, and this goes back to my rant with number 1, is to just apply, even when you're denied. Like, you don't have to have an A1 credentials. I mean, there's situations or cases you never know, but the first step is just to apply, to get your resume out there. You have to really believe in yourself, and that's with anything. That's with getting a job as a teacher, that's with getting a job as a mailman, that's anything, but you have to believe in yourself. It starts with you first. If you believe in yourself, that belief exudes onto your employer. So when you walk into that interview, you're like, listen, I am the sugar honey iced tea. I am qualified in more ways than this paper can tell you. I can tell you myself. I can show you. So you have to really be confident in everything that you do. It starts with you first. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself even when society is doubting you, even when the qualifications, the requirements is doubting you. You just go for it. I mean, the worst thing that can happen is you will get rejected, but you got to dust yourself off and try again. That's how the world works. But you have to put the first step in. You have to make that first step and apply. It's like people who want to go to the gym, like they're the gym. It's like people who want to go to the gym. The first step is to just get there, and then it'll get easier along the way. So those are my tips and tricks. I hope they were helpful. I hope that those of you seeking to get a university position apply these tips and tricks, and hopefully you will get a position. Those of you that are already working at universities, if there's any other tips and tricks that you would like to share, please leave it down in the comment below. And if you like this video, which I really, really hope you did, please like, please comment, please subscribe, and I will see you soon. Later.